안녕하세요. 원서 읽는 고양이 제니예요. 오늘은 해리포터 2권 챕터 15-2낭독 읽어보도록 할 건데요. 어제 읽던 거 이어서 읽어보도록 할게요. 안녕. He never knew how long he was in the creature's clutches. He only knew that the darkness suddenly lifted enough for him to see that the leaf-strewed ground was now swarming with spiders. Craning his neck, sideways, he realized that he had reached the rim of the vast hollow. A hollow which had been cleared of trees so that the stars shone brightly onto the worst scene he had ever clapped eyes upon. Spiders. Not tiny spiders like those surging over the leaves below. Spiders the size of tortoises, 8-eyed, 8-legged, black, hairy, gigantic. The massive specimen that was clearing Harry's made its way down the steep slope towards a misty dome web in the very center of the hollow, while his fellows closed in all around it, clicking their pincers excitedly on the side of his low. Harry fell to the ground on all fours. The spider released him. Ron and Fang fought down next to him. Fang wasn't howling anymore, but cowering silently on the spot. Ron looked exactly like Harry felt. His mouth was stretched wide in a kind of silent scream, and his eyes were popped. Harry suddenly realized that Richard dropped him was saying something. It was hard to tell because he clicked his pincers with every word he spoke. Aragog, it called. Aragog. And from the middle of the misty boned web, a spider the size of the small elephant emerged very slowly. There was gray on the black of his body and legs, and each of the eyes on his ugly, pincered head was milky white. He was blind. "What is it?" he said, clicking his pincers rapidly. "Man!" clicked the spiders who had caught Harry. "Is it Hagrid?" said Harry, moving closer, his 8 milky eyes wandering vaguely. "Strangers!" clicked the spiders who had brought Ron. "Kill them!" clicked Aragog fretfully. "I was sleeping." "We're friends of Hagrid's," Harry shouted. His heart seemed to have left his chest to fall in his throat. Click, click, click went the pincers of the spiders all around the hollow. Aragog paused. "Hagrid has never sent men into our hollow before," he said slowly. "Hagrid's in trouble," said Hagrid, breathing very fast. "That's why we've come." "In trouble," said the aged spider, and Harry thought he had heard concern beneath the clicking pincers. "Why has he sent you?" Harry thought of getting to his feet, but decided against it. But he didn't think his legs would support him, so he spoke from the ground as calmly as he could. "They think up at the school that Hagrid's been setting a something on students. They've taken him to Azkaban." Aragog clicked his pincers furiously, and all around the hollow the sound was echoed by the crowd of spiders. It was like applause, except applause didn't usually make Harry feel sick with fear. But that was years ago, said Hagrid fretfully. Years and years ago. I remember it well. That's why they made him leave the school. They believed that I was the monster that dwells in what they called the Chamber of Secrets. They thought that Hagrid had opened the chamber and set me free. I knew you didn't come from the Chamber of Secrets, said Harry, who could feel the cold sweat on his forehead. Said Aragog, clicking angrily. I was not born in the castle. I come from the distant land. A traveler gave me to Hagrid when I was an egg. Hagrid was only a boy, but he cared for me, hidden in the cupboard in the castle, feeding me on scraps from the table. Hagrid is my good friend and a good man. When I was discovered and blamed for the death of the girl, he protected me. I have lived here in the forest ever since, where Hagrid still visits me. He even found me a wife, Masag. And you see how our family has grown, all through Hagrid's goodness. Harry summoned what remained his courage. So you never attacked anyone? Never, croaked old Spider. It would have been my instinct, but from respect to Hagrid, I never harmed a human. The body of the girl who was killed was discovered in the bathroom, and I never saw any part of the castle, the cupboard which I grew up. Our kind like dark and quiet. But then, do you know what did kill the girl? Said Harry. Because whatever it is, it's back and attacking people again. His words were drowned by a loud outbreak of clicking and the rustling of many long legs shifting angrily. Large black shapes shifting around it. The thing that lives in the castle, said Aragog, is an ancient creature we Spider fear above all others. Well, do I remember how I pleaded with Hagrid to let me go when I sensed the beast moving above the school. What is it? Said Harry urgently. More loud clicking, more rustling. The spiders seemed to be closing in. We do not speak of it, said Aragog fiercely. We do not name it. I never even told Hagrid the name of that dread creature, though he asked me many times. Harry didn't want to press the subject, not with the spiders pressing closer on all sides. Aragog seemed to be tired of talking. He was backing slowly into his doom wood, but his fellow spiders continued to inch slowly towards Harry and Ron. We'll just go then, Harry called desperately to Aragog, hearing leaves rustling behind them. Go, said Aragog slowly. I think not. But, my sons and daughters do not harm Hagrid on my command. But I can't not deny them fresh meat when it wanders so willingly into our midst. Goodbye, friend of Hagrid. Hagrid spun around. Feet away, towering above him, was a solid wall of spiders, clicking, their many eyes gleaming in their ugly black hats. Even as he reached for his wand, Harry knew it was no good. There were too many of them, But as it tried to stand, ready to die fighting, a loud, long note sounded, and a blaze of light flamed through the hollow. Mr. Weasley's car was thundering down the slope, headlamps glaring, its horn screeching, knocking spiders aside. Several were thrown to backpacks, their endless legs waving in the air. The car screeched to a halt in front of Harry and Ron, and the doors flew open. 다음 영상에서 만나요. 안녕!